Movies never get it right. They all have formed assertion that it's the moonshine alone that forces the change, and they're all wrong. It is also when there is no moon during the new moon cycle, when the night's at its darkest, for that is when the tragedies of my life before it takes place. It's known to our kind as a black moon. That's when a werewolf is truly at the mercy of the night. During the grim nights of a black moon, even an ascended elder werewolf must focus on not losing control, always at constant risk of giving in to desire and unleashing a rampage of murderous devastation. With all untrained and adolescent werewolves completely off the chain and at their worst, with little hope of recompense. The unskilled and juvenile are always out of their minds during moonshine and black moon both. But no elder werewolf is ever afraid of the shine, because that's when we're strongest and have full control of all our capabilities, able to choose to make the shift from man to monster or not shift at all. During a full moon, moonshine, if we are in human form, we have all the strength and abilities of our werewolf counterpart. And as a werewolf, we keep all or most of our faculties from our human side. If you take your best adrenaline rush ever and multiply it by 500 times, you will begin to have a minor understanding of the rush a werewolf in their human form experiences during moonshine. And the same is also true when we are fully shifted from a human to a werewolf. Some of the ancient lore has truth to it, although it's been so muddled through the ages that it's no wonder the true history and oral traditions about werewolves are lost to time, with what remains being little more than children's bedtime stories these days. There are many fallacies and downright jokes pertaining to the history and legends of a werewolf. The biggest fallacy of them all is that to make the change from human to werewolf and back again is an unbearable, agonizing, and excruciating pain that is worse than death. Ha! Quite the contrary, to be sure. It is the most intense ecstasy and euphoria imaginable. It is as exhilarating as 100 orgasms rolled into one. The biggest joke is the claim that silver bullets kill us. Silver is a strength, not a weakness. Being riddled by bullets in general can slow us down, but it's by no means ever a sure thing. Many times I have awakened to the realities of my deranged existence with the taste of blood, or actual blood, still in my mouth. Entrails, skin, hair, caught in my teeth, packed under my fingernails. The smell still fresh in my nostrils of human parts and innards that no human was ever meant to smell, let alone recognize. Awakened to find bullets lying beside me where they had fallen, as my body pushed them out during my transformation back to a human form, healing itself as it did so, barely ever leaving a scar. And if there is a scar, it doesn't stay but a few hours or days, and then it's gone forever, leaving no trace of the horrible savageries I've indulged in or been condemned to. Countless times I've sifted through the bullets and kept the silver ones. My collection is quite impressive, I must say. My mentors always said, kill the head, the ass will die. That statement holds true for every walk of life, werewolves included, except on extremely rare occasion. Not to mention that damaging or severing a werewolf's head is damn near impossible, to be blunt about it, requiring uncanny skill and strength, coupled with almost magical weapons from an ancient time long past. An incredibly old wise man, as old as time, told me of the ways I could be killed, but those are very few and far between. There are only two ways he was certain of, and after all these years, so am I. The first is only a werewolf can kill another werewolf. The second is fire. Burn the body to ashes and they will never come back. But then again, who wouldn't that kill? The remaining few ways require a combination of factors and is not always successful, except for one other way that I will not speak of just yet. Suffice it to say that for a werewolf to be killed and or die permanently are very separate affairs. It's been a multitude of years since I've seen the old man or felt his presence. Even so, I remember him well. Without him, I would have never been able to accept and make peace with the truth of my dysfunctional and debauched actuality. But then again, without him, I would have never survived it in the first place. I was thinking of him as the night began to take on a life of its own.